All right, yeah, bump it. I'm about to go ahead and cook this up right now and go live with it. Let's see how this is looking. I'm trying to see if Mo up in here. Yo, yo.
How's everybody doing?
Okay,
Peace,
cool.
Lobby. Peace, Octavio. R Junior, TK. We're just doing this quick live to get everybody over to
Ooh, you went out,
Peace
buddy.
Scale. How you doing? So the link is in the community section. I don't know where Grump went to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
I was always telling you want to say something before we move over to your channel.
Oh no, no, you got it. You got it. Everything
I
good.
was telling you always give me a hard time.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's been yeah. True, true. I'm the number one hater scientist when it comes to that right there. I take pride into that.
Quality control on everything I do. Every time I put something out, he always nitpick it in a good way.
Oh yeah.
He's grown.
Was that a smoke? Was that a smoke detector battery?
Nah.
Uh-oh.
Actually, you know what it is?
What's up?
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
My text alert
Hmm.
is a smoke detector battery.
You wow, bro. You see, man, I done that thing crazy. What's going on? I see people up in here on my side. Yeah, I did not know. Wow.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because I be out, like, you know what I'm saying, and my phone will go off.
Yeah.
And it actually, you know what I'm saying? It's actually my text alert.
Dang. I thought I knew I wasn't tripping because I heard a chirp. I was like, oh no. I said this can't be true.
No, all my batteries are my batteries are well sourced and
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Just making sure. You wow, that's creative though.
So you think I saw all the quote unquote racists on Twitter
Hmm.
X making the jokes about that.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what I'm
I
saying? Let me do this right quick. So I actually download. So now it's actually a file on YouTube, the sound effect. So I downloaded off YouTube and added in my as my text alert. So we on CP time right now. Grunt, you about ready to move over? Everybody, like I said, we going over to Grunt's channel. I just did this because y'all always say y'all don't get the notifications, so you might not see it in the community section. And while we're here, please y'all start posting it. If y'all want me to cover stuff, stores y'all seen, please post it in the community section. Y'all all have access if you've been a subscriber for more than one day to post. I'm surprised Grump ain't posted yet to give me a hard time about something because that's what he's notorious for. But please, we about to move over. Grump, you want to say anything before we go? And peace to the Grumpies.
No, no, sir.
I
I'm good.
can't see their comments.
Nah, it's all good. This is like unexpected. They'll probably catch the playback. I got two, three, four people actually so far. So yeah, they definitely hear you and everything. We
All
got
right, so this is what I want everybody that's watching here. Go ahead and drop off this video. Grump, you want to go ahead and start your video?
we already started.
Oh, this is actually the actual video?
Yeah, yeah. This is the actual like I'm already live on my channel right here.
That's crazy. Like I said, we tested some stuff out. YouTube got this dual thing, so we actually hold on. Let me see.
No, no, no. I got you on my OBS and I got the phone to the mic right here. That's what I'm saying. So yeah. So I won't be late because you know people like, oh bro, you said 8 o'clock and
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
that.
saying so. We actually in the real. Okay, so y'all please drop off right now. Go join over there. Give Grump a shout out so he know they there. Queen D, you should see her there.
All right.
No, Queen D, you ain't miss nothing. You ain't miss nothing. No. Go over to Grump's channel, and that's where we're gonna actually have the show. I just did this to make sure all my subscribers saw that I was going live with him. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't miss anything. A Savage, X101, yeah. So everybody, oh, okay, Gold Crown saw you. Make sure I spoke to everybody. Tiger Auntie in the house, as always. Please drop off here. It's in the community section. Join Grumps live, and then we about to go over there now in the next maybe 60 to 90 seconds. I just want to make sure I catch everybody. Yep, you just now getting here. You just now getting, that's cool.
All right, hold on 1 second. I gotta share it to Instagram. 1 second. All right, appreciate everybody in the chat. What's going on with y'all? Everybody doing good? Come on. All right, I'm about to get started in like 30 seconds. I'm just putting this on Instagram real quick. I apologize about it. I definitely didn't want to like, be late and y'all be like, oh, what's he on? So we about to get into it though. How everybody weekend going so far though? And I see a cog up in here. I don't know why I keep on making that loud sound when I copy a link though. I gotta turn that thing off. Live. Okay, put that on Instagram because it be people on Instagram who definitely be rocking with us. All right, your story. All right, got that up in there. And we good. Yeah, we Gucci. Am I lagging or something? Okay. Oh snap. I gotta go back to Mo thing. All right, what's up, y'all? We got AKW Beats. We got Gold Crowny. Yes, Speak G. We got Junior 5484. What's a lot of y'all tonight? I was only expecting one. We got who else? X 101. Y'all got some nice names, some artist names. Drone Blake 8968. Sounds fine here. Okay. All right. So what's going on?
Can you post in my chat or no?
Posting your chat. Hold on. What do you mean by that?
A comment, because I can't post anything in my comment, which is weird.
Let me see. I could say hi. Try it.
Can you put your link? Put the link to the video in the chat.
I could do that
Yeah, I
from.
saw you say hi. Like I said, we figured some stuff out here, so just bear with us.
Hold on, real quick. I could go ahead and do it off the Mac real quick. That's what I'm about to do. Join your live right there.
So we want to make sure everybody knows. I didn't know if he was going to start his video right off the bat, or I would have quick hand just linked it.
Oh, that's not even good. That's not even a good link right there.
Working on that, Queen D. See, everybody help put everybody constructive in the back channel.
Great. I appreciate y'all.
Put the
Definitely.
link in the channel.
All right. Let me see if this will look good right here. For some reason, it's not highlighting for them to be able to click it. It don't seem like that.
That's weird.
But it just have go live on both channels. A Savage. And we got on our end, we got IN. Ooh. VY IV win. Let me know how to say that. What's up though, y'all? Oh, Tiger Auntie. Okay. I was about to say, oof. I turn my increase my font up on here or something. My bad. I didn't mean to butcher that. Cause I got you want me to send it like text or email or and ACOG said don't trip Mo, you can't rush greatness, take your time. Shouts out to him. He definitely being consistent. We got happy birthday to we got Carla birthday. It was happy belated. Or actually, it is her birthday today. Let me see. Happy belated birthday to Carla. Definitely. She be catching us on the playback. You hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. This
Kev
thing.
giving me a hard time. What now? Yeah. What? He got me with the hay with the horses. Do the link not work?
Oh.
If it's anybody's fault, it's Grunt fault. Grunt, you about ready to peace out?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm about ready to do that.
All right. So like I said, the links in the community section for this video. I post the link there. And we got to log off here. So everybody catch me over there. I'll see y'all on the other side.
Alrighty.
Peace.
Okay, so we live over here. Yeah, belated birthday to her. Shouts out to y'all who definitely doing YouTube, who definitely keep the grind going. Shouts out to Fayo, him and Naeem. They about to drop a good was it an album coming up? They got some work coming up for real. Shouts out to her because Naeem, she definitely know how to talk about the record labels, music industry in general. And we got Fayo from Texas over there. Shouts out to him. About to say, what city y'all in right now? Like a call, I forgot. Yo, what city you from? Okay, shouts out to you for coming in. And we got Moe. He should soon come here. I don't know where he at. Yep, got Moe up in here.
Young Grum.
Yeah, testing, testing, testing. Y'all hear me now? Okay, we got Mo up in here. He finally in here. A Savage in the house. Mo is definitely in here. We about to get him back in this party right here. Let me refresh his mic actually. Reconnect mic. Mo, exit out and rejoin. Cause I just have refreshed the the chat thing, the live thing. Just exit out and come back in. And is my microphone loud and clear too as well? Facts, shouts out Baltimore. Ooh wee, you from The Wire? Ooh wee. And we got he said not super easy to find on iPhone and YouTube. Yeah. Baltimore. He from Baltimore. That is wild. We should hear him come up in here real soon though. All right, now he popped up in here. All right, hello. All right, say something. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. I'm about to add you in over here so everybody can hear you. For some reason, it looked like it just had froze up. I don't know. That was weird. All right, try one time now.
Something.
Okay, everybody in the chat, do y'all hear him now on YouTube? Is it like an echo or is this quality good? Oh, they said no. Okay. Hold on. Let me go ahead and go up
They
there.
can't hear me.
Yeah, let me go monitor off, monitor output. All right. How about now?
Yep.
Oh, snap. The boy said, because they said sound good now. Hold on. All right. Can y'all, no echo? So am I echoing? Is my microphone good? And is Moe Factz microphone good? Please let me know in the chat so we can rock and roll. I know I had y'all waiting for so long. Somebody has said no echo already. That's good. So yeah.
See, that's why you need to trust Google products.
Yeah. We're gonna get into that. Don't worry. I've been had something to say to you about that. Yep. Well, I don't know. I don't know if my chat just went dead. I don't know if people just everybody. Oh yeah, he said everyone good, but cut Mo up a little. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Shouts out to you. Cut Mo up a little. All right, I'm
Yeah,
about
you
to.
trying to silence me.
All right, how about now? Is this quality good right there?
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Okay, gotcha.
Testing 1 2.
You good? You good? I'm about to say yeah. Your mic is up there.
Y'all see how you trying to silence me?
Why is an echo now all of a sudden?
All right, they say you good.
That is crazy. That's crazy. Oh, that's why I got to turn my thing off over here. The audio
Now,
source.
Lobby say she can't hear me. Is that an old post? Old post. Come,
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
it's an old post right there. It said it can't hear you now. Ah.
All right, no, hold on.
Let me refresh your thing. I think. No echo on.
Okay, say no echo on YouTube. Okay. All right, I think we good.
All right, bet. Matter of fact, instead of me asking, how about I take my behind on here myself?
All right, she says it's all good now. I think we're good. I think we're good to go.
No echo.
The one person that said it is no sound. Can you hear me now? And what you got all the red lights? What's going on over there? Hold on, we're gonna have to talk about these red. What's really going on over there?
Oh, that's why it's the echo. I know exactly
What?
why. Because
Why?
I got you on monitor.
Another window open?
I got you on monitor. All right, say something now.
Something now?
Yeah, I had you on monitor on the OBS. That's my fault, y'all. But we go back to these red lights. You can't like hold
What you
on.
got going? What's up with these red lights though? What like you come on? You say we got your best edge up. We got the red lights. What's going? What's
I
really
cut
going on,
myself
huh?
right here. I had cut myself right here. That was crazy. But nah,
Yeah.
this is how I mostly have the lights. I just got the smart lights from Amazon and just definitely started to,
Yeah, got the red light special. Uh-huh.
Oh, this is a red light special. Okay,
Yeah.
they definitely cooking on me. Definitely.
GLC. Grump LC.
What in the world? I just for some reason with the red light, it just feel like it's the vibe or something. I got to get more lights though. Auditioning for the next Blade movie. I about to say, I hope that next Blade movie gonna be hitting. I remember all the Blade trilogies and everything. But anyway, back to this right here, Mo. This is my question for you, Mo, right here. Because I definitely got the clips, but I want to address this first right here. Can you please explain about on your X Twitter winning streak you've been going on. Yeah, exactly. Because you have people. Those of y'all know in the chat. Do y'all know about the Charlie Kirk situation? Okay, and I'll give y'all time to respond. Now, for you, you said you have people who've been supporting him, very upset with you, and why is that though?
Well, it's the recent post I made.
Yeah,
If you would like to bring it up, I know
yeah,
you got it. Let me give people a little feedback while you bring it up. See, Grunt always got stuff ready, receipts and narratives already pre-planned. If y'all don't know, just give people a little background. Grunt is my basically hater quality control. Every time I would drop a show, he would contact me and be like, "Why you say this? Why you say that?" You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just give people feedback of how our process normally works. But what I said basically was I said that the same people that will try to convince you that hold on, let me not paraphrase because it's a very important statement. I want to make sure I get it right. I know you would try to spin it. You
okay,
try to spin it on me.
all right, all
I
right,
said, hold on, yeah, because I gotta get it. I gotta get the exact quote because I know you got narratives and propaganda lined up. It said the same people tried to get convinced that Charlie Kirk wasn't racist will do the same with Nick. Pay attention. And this is about how Nick Fuentes is trying to be brought into the mainstream of conservatism by the interview with uh what's his name? I forgot his name. I know his name. Tucker Carlson. So now they're trying to soften him up and like he didn't say what he said. So that got a lot of people. I guess you could say I maybe ratioed. How does ratio work? Because I had 17 comments and 39 likes. Is that considered a ratio? I don't know how this social media stuff works, but
yeah.
people were saying like you know what I'm saying on my neck about no pause.
Yeah,
People were on my you know what I'm saying on me about Charlie Kirk making comments about him, which I understand the whole Charlie Kirk thing. It's the same way with MLK to quote unquote black people that when you transition in a certain manner, same thing with Tupac, that they become almost like a deity and they're above um commenting on. But if I say that Tupac possibly could be a closet homosexual,
oh boy.
and I could say that MLK was saying possibly a communist, then you're saying then I could definitely critique Charlie Kirk to keep it consistent. Long answer.
That was a damn long answer right there. Like, what the heck? But is he? They're saying that he's not racist. So I'm trying to like dumbify it right there. They're saying that he's not racist, and you saying he is, and like, you got proof for that?
Okay, so first of all, the code, I did not say he was a racist. A racist. I'm saying he was racist, as in the verb, not calling because like by the code, we can't call people uh racist slash white supremacists. You had to say allegedly or suspected because just to put that out there. Now, his tactics what he used were definitely fall under tactics that a refined white supremacist would do to make it seem like it's not doing what it's doing while it's doing it.
What is not doing what it's doing while it's doing it?
Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. Just like with the Democrats, they are refined white supremacists.
All right.
Well, go back. They use refined white supremacist tactics
Uh huh.
and are suspected white supremacists. I got to use the right language. We're gonna go by the code. We got to go by the code, letter to the letter of the law. Their tactics come across like they're helping you or they want the best for you, but when you
Hold on,
look
hold
at
on,
it,
hold on, hold on, hold on,
yeah,
hold on, hold on.
yep.
All right, you go ahead. Go. My bad. Go ahead.
They said whatever you did caused the echo.
Yeah, that's why I'm tracking. I stopped it. Go ahead.
All right, so well, was it with the Democrats? The tactics they use that say they're quote unquote helping actually are tactics of refined white supremacy.
Yeah, my bad. I meant to throw you off like that. But the
Yeah.
tactics,
So it's the same thing. It's like it appears to be help on the surface, but the net will cause more harm than help. So the thing with Charlie Kirk, let's see if we want to go here, and I'm planning to make. See the thing. Let me say that this. My issue with Charlie Kirk is one, I didn't listen to Charlie Kirk at all, other than what clips I would see on social media. I was not a listener of his because you could kind of guess what his talking points were. The
yeah.
1350 talking points, the DEI talking points, the just the whole conservative, it's just really very bland. He was effective. Can't say he wasn't effective. Got to give him credit in that. But you hear his messages were so parroted that you didn't have to hear it from him because people would just take it and run with it or have their own version of it.
Yep.
What the issue I had with him was, and I brought this up on my show several times, and as I've been doing this for how long I've been doing this, you have disinformation. That's when you take something that you know is that you don't know is true, but you peddle it as fact. Misinformation is when you take something that you know is untrue and you peddle it as fact. And then you have malinformation. That's when you take something that is true and you peddle it to harm people.
But if it's
That's just
facts,
like, huh?
but it's saying like what happened if they say it's facts in a way? I get you saying the
It
parallel to harm
is. And
people.
that's where you got the facts over feelings thing and all that out of it. But if you could take something, say somebody weighs 300 pounds,
Yeah.
you could say, yeah, you're fat as AF. That's a true statement, but the way you framed it is hurtful and was meant to be hurtful. And that's malinformation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So,
And
but
that's where it wasn't, as you know, I always say, I said, I speak to reach, not to be right. I've always said that. You know what I'm saying? You can verify it. I
yeah.
could take information and I could shape it in a way if I wanted to and push propaganda. But my thing is, I speak so people can seek first to understand, then to be understood. Also, I seek first to understand so I can be understood. You see what I'm saying? So I want us to come to an understand. Even if we don't agree, we can come to understanding what both positions are.
Hmm.
I think where he was coming from, and this is just my perspective, it was malinformation. I'm gonna take the 1350 thing. 13% of, you know what I'm saying, the race causes 50% of the murders. Okay, fine. But that fact, I mean, if you want to just take the FBI stats as fact, doesn't paint a correct illustration. And two, you're weaponizing that to say what? You're saying all black people, the whole 13% has the tendency for murder is what you're saying. That's how you're framing it. And man, this goes outside of race. Men, you have combated the every 4 hour narrative about men. That every 4 hours a woman is and I'm gonna be careful about your channel, sorry about that, is deleted by a man. So take that in consideration. What that's trying to do is that's trying to point and create the narrative that all men have the capacity for deleting women, which is not true. And we broke the math down because if you say four every 4 hours, okay, that's 6 a day, 6 times 365. That's roughly, I want to say, roughly 19, 2000. You know what I'm saying? We're doing rough math.
Okay.
So you're going to speak to half the population of America by 2,000 people. The same thing with the 1350 rule. You're going to take 13% of 350 million people, and I think that roughly there was like 20,000, let's say 30,000 deleted people. So half of that is 15. So you're going to take 15,000 deletions and represent, we say 15% of the population, 13%, you know what I'm saying? That's roughly like 30, 40 million people. So, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to represent that. And then what it does at 13%, even the one that's really affected the worst by is black women, because the most of the deletions are done by black men, but half the population is only 6.5%. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said you have to take facts and actually break them down. And then you understand when you're trying to be manipulated by propaganda for people pushing narratives. And the thing with me and Charlie Kirk is, my thing with him is you take black people out of the equation. Being a Christian Zionist is one of the most white supremacist things you can do.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Hello? Because what you're doing as a Christian Zionist is you using, you know what I'm saying, the people over there in Israel as a placeholder until end times come, and then you're gonna make them do a mass conversion over to Christianity. So if we really want to talk that talk, you see what I'm saying? That's the thing. They don't want to talk to me.
I see why though. You had went blank. You can hear me?
So yeah, I mean, I was just stopping, you know what I'm saying, just to let it, you know what I'm saying, like you always say, a pregnant pause, you know, a
Yeah.
pregnant, you know what I'm saying, just to let it, cause I've said a lot, but long story short is I can recognize when people are speaking to be reached, and to reach people. And I know when people are pushing propaganda, misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation to propagandize people.
And that you said with propaganda, I had to go ahead and call you on this.
Mhm.
Do you have that? Is there a similarity with Charlie Kirk and what Canvas Samuels do? Like what? Because somebody could go
Yeah,
at you
yeah.
like that now.
That's another one of my posts I made. And I said, how many people have lost their job for mocking Kevin Samuels' death? But
Oh,
yes, Kevin Samuels actually, I, I think Kevin Samuels was half and half. For entertainment value, he would cross a line just to get a joke off. But at the core, there was some sincerity there. Same thing with Charlie Kirk. I'm not saying Charlie Kirk was all bad either. I think Charlie Kirk had a justifiable concern to say, my race numbers are dwindling, especially in the country of America. I mean, I see, when you seek first to understand, I can understand where he's coming from. The same way I can see where Kevin Samuels is coming from, you know, but at the same time, it's like, just because if you're trying to be effective, you have to reach people with truth, because the worst thing you could do is take some information, weaponize it, and then the person you reach, when they realize that you're using weaponized information, then they throw the baby out with the bathwater and say everything you were saying was BS. So to go back to Kevin Samuels, me and you listen to Kevin Samuels, and it was one time when a young lady, I think she was in her early 20s, called in,
20
and
years
he was
old.
trying to. She was homeless,
Three.
confused, and I'm not saying confused isn't a bad thing. She was just a state of her understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to get a joke off on her. And that was, you know what I'm saying, that was terrible. And I kind of like, I told you about it. I said, I felt bad for Kevin. I lost a lot of respect for him when he did that, because here's somebody that's confused, trying to get understanding, that's in a bad position, and you're trying to make a joke out of it. You know, you
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
She was
So,
sincere. She was sincere on that part. He tried to say that she looked like Andre Three Stacks, but she didn't have the attitude or nothing, like how they usually do with, like back and forth bickering. She was really like, looking for an out. And I remember that right there. So dang,
yeah.
that's deep. So you saying half and
But at
half with
the
that.
same
Go ahead.
time, like when he would cuss and everything, and that's the thing, like when people are entertainers, people on social media, they say outrageous things and do things for clout, you know what I'm saying, and to get attention. And I get confused, get accused of this, like, oh, your engagement farming. No, It's just my truth is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't sugarcoat things. You know me, you know what I'm saying? I at the same time I seek first to understand and to be and to be understood. I'm not gonna lie to myself. And it's a fine line there of how do you not lie to yourself, but also how do you not harm people with the truth?
That's a
So sometimes you have to wait and pause before you say things. But then sometimes when you're asked or when you feel motivated to move, you have to say what's not a lie to yourself. Just like I could sit here and say, go with popular demand, say, well, you know, you know what I'm saying, shape things like, well, Kevin Samuels, Kevin Samuels would do just saying things that were unpleasant for likes and clicks, and you know what I'm saying, because he was in the clout game.
okay.
Charlie Kirk was in, you know what I'm saying, being paid hundreds of millions of dollars to push Zionist propaganda. And along with that, we're saying pro-white propaganda, which is nothing wrong with being white. Let me be clear on that one too. Because in the system of justice, we don't want to see nobody mistreated. And that nobody is a full nobody. Nobody's mistreated. And everybody that needs help get the most constructive help. That's my ideology.
Okay.
That's my solution to the system. So no, nobody needs to be mistreated. Nobody needs to be felt bad. Nobody needs to be put into a position where they felt less than. So I'm very clear on that. So when you run afoul of me, you run afoul of justice. You know what I'm saying? Like if whatever you're doing doesn't harm anybody, doesn't mistreat anybody, and deny people of what help they needed, rock on. Do what you're doing. I have no problem with it. But when it crosses that line, then we gotta say that's not just. And maybe you want to say, hey, maybe I know I'm not being just, and that's what I want. Then that's why this is a segue. That's why I appreciate Nick Fuentes, the old Nick Fuentes, because he spoke his truth. Speak your truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you don't like us. You know what I'm saying? But you like black women and Asian women. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm on, and cats. You know what I'm saying? So cat boys. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, come on, like speak your truth. If you don't want to be around us, speak your truth. But now you're seeing how once again the same forces I think that were behind Charlie Kirk are trying to mold him because he has a huge following, and they're trying to shape him into something that's palatable. And that go to show you that the the same people that say they are not for racism slash white supremacy will cozy up with it to win elections.
True that. True that. Okay, and that's just what it is. Just pretty much, it can't be no fence riding. When you speaking about that, it brings me to the fact of with the ICE situation, where you saying you don't want no just like we don't want nobody be treated unjustly, right?
You talking about ICE?
Yes.
Or can we say that?
Oh yeah, yeah, we can. I just been spelling that out
Okay.
though.
Okay. I didn't know if you were spelling out because you want to say it or once again,
Hmm.
if you ask me what my position is on mass deportation and ICE, my position is very nuanced. One, I think that there should be a mass deportation in the United States because the immigration process or the people movement confusion, as Neely Fuller would call it, was attacked at a white supremacy that caused destabilize this country. And to keep, like I said, keep those squatters moving. You know what I'm saying? You know what he said? Keep those squatters moving. That's the whole thing. They keep people moving around the globe, around the chessboard, to keep confusion going.
But
So if go ahead.
I hear what you're saying, but what if you saying that you agree with that specific thing with because what you explained, they could be like, well, in that case, why you ain't going, Mo?
Because by the laws that were written by people, you're saying way above my head, they
Okay.
said if I was born on this land mass called the United States of America inside its borders, I am a citizen by the 14th Amendment. I didn't write it. That's that. I'm going by their rules. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is your, and you see they trying to change the rules on that. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, you need to go back and look at this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to change it as they can. And that's what white supremacy does. It changes the rules to suit them, you know, in the middle of the game. It ain't next season. They'll go halftime of a game and change the rules, you know, to suit them. But with that said, people might say, hey, well, hey, Mo, hey, you're saying that mass deportation, how? No, that's not unjust if you make sure that the people that need the most help get the most constructive help and nobody's mistreated. If you say, hey, you're here illegally, I need to escort you out of my country in the most humane and constructive way where nobody's being mistreated and nobody's being denied the help they need most. That's just like if somebody comes to my house that doesn't belong here. You know, I'm gonna escort them out the door because they're here to cause some confusion. Like, hey, I need to show you to walk with me, you know, and I'm gonna make sure that they're not mistreated. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I invited them over. Because truth be told, all these migrants were invited over by the previous administration. How you gonna get mad at them? Because they took you up on your invitation. But hey, just like somebody coming to my house, you overstayed your welcome, or it's time to leave. I'm going to escort you to the door. Hey, enjoyed you coming over, but this situation is ended. No mistreatment. You need an Uber. What you need? You know what I'm saying? What do you need to get you away from here? You need an Uber. You need a taxi. You know what I'm saying? You need some gas money, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure you get where you're going. So that's how it should be done, not occupy whole communities and terrorizing people and snatching people out without being wearing the correct badge and nameplates and everything, and let them know what's going on. Just rolling up to people's cars, snatching them out. That's mistreating people.
What about the whoopings though? That's what I'm saying. It's like they'll be like, Mo, they hear what you're saying, but they challenge you because it's kind of they'll look at it like it's hard because if you approach it in a nice, lenient way, you know how it's three T's. It's like, not moving fast enough, delaying it, all that stuff.
Well, you the smartest people on earth, right? Figure it out.
But hold on. No,
You
it's
no. You tell me how
it,
much bigger your brain is, how you working with, you know what I'm saying, all this gigabyte power in your brain. Figure it out.
but listen, we figured it out. Let's say we figured it out by doing beatings and whippings. Because when you beat and whip, it gets the process done. It don't be no why you arrest me or I got rights and all that. They look at it like when we use this bayonet or whatever. It gets
Okay.
it gets it moving.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna whoop on people, don't get mad at me because I point out the fact that you whoop on people. And it's the gaslighting they do. When you point out the mistreatment,
Yeah,
they get mad at you. You want to mistreat you. It's like, hold on. Okay. All right. So
Get-
you say you ain't got you the smartest people on earth, but you ain't got no better way than mistreating people. But then when I point out the fact that you're actually mistreating people, you want to mistreat me for me pointing out the truth. You see what I'm saying? Now you put me in a position of where I have to lie to myself, disrespect myself by lying to myself and believing your lies. Now, which hold on, which is mistreating me because now you're going to gaslight me into pushing your narrative. Like nothing's wrong with this picture. You see
it's
what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like that's the whole thing. And just go a little deeper. And since we're going, this is the same people that say these people that from that country over there would start with an I. That you know what I'm saying that they say that run the world. They say all those people using trickery. You know what I'm saying? They're using trickery to take advantage of us. Hold on now. So if they're smarter than you to use trickery to take advantage of you, ain't that the same thing you did to get this country in 1492 up to 1776 to present day? Didn't you use trickery? Didn't you use blankets? Huh? Hello? Didn't you use all the kind of chicanery and force? But then when these people do it, it's not above board. Now, see what I'm saying? You can't, all I'm saying is call the game the same way on both ends of the court.
but
That's all I'm saying.
but let's go back to black people. Like I know you watch a lot of police body cam videos and everything. And what happened if they take that approach? They'll be like, they take the okay, sir, please stop my vehicle. Or do you
Mhm.
have a license and registration? What? I ain't did nothing, bro. Like, damn, cussing and all that stuff. Like, okay, sir, I need you. All that back and forth arguing, and once they get a whipping, once they get beat on, that's when the progress is going. So they try to justify that. That's what I'm trying to say to you, as how they gonna push back to you.
Okay, beating on people is effective. Let's not deny. You know, sometimes I mean, it is effective, but what it does is it tarnishes your image that you have to use violence to get your point across. That's just like as a parent. To
Oh,
get your kids to do what you want them to do, you could easily just beat on them every time you want them to do something, and eventually they'll do it.
yeah,
But
like
then you can't get parent of the year. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that number one dad mugs. You see what I'm saying? Like and that's the thing. That's where it gets confusing. That it's like you white supremacists, and excuse me, the system of white supremacy moves around this world with violence. Violence. They're the most violent gangsters with an ER on this planet. If you don't believe me, look what's going on in Venezuela right now. You know,
uh,
look what's going on right now in Venezuela. They
they
got a boat. We're gonna with no trial, no nothing. We're gonna drop something on it
but
and then laugh about it afterwards. Go ahead.
But the thing is, it's different. They're gonna look at it like it's different between your people, which is us, black folks.
Mhm.
We every time you see us, we violent, we animals and all that. But for that thing in Venezuela, that was a operation to prevent weapons of mass destruction and transportation of illegal
Violence is violence.
narcotics. But it
Violence
was
is violence.
they could say that it was in a justice way to prevent,
Oh,
you get like like when they be like you got weapons
oh,
of
it's
mass
justified.
destruction,
No,
national security,
justified violence.
justified. Yeah, yeah, that's the
Okay,
pushback
just
right there.
okay, justified violence.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. So when somebody says to you, when China comes to you and say the opium wars that you did on my people a century ago, when you had my whole country addicted to opium.
well,
So now I'm going to use fentanyl as justified violence to poison your population. You should have no. You should say, you know what? It is what it is. But
yeah,
no, you want to play victim. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's like you always play victim when the Uno reverse card is played on you. Then you know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's the problem. It's like if this is how we're gonna play the game, which for me this is not how we play the game, because what we should have once again to remind people that may just tuned in, is no one's mistreated and everybody gets the help that needs help get the most constructive help. That's how I see the world going. But if you're going to say we're going to use violence, justified or not violence, just say justified. Let's just use that word, justified violence.
justify violence. Yeah,
Right. Okay. So when people want to get their lick back of justified violence, don't go crying. You see what I'm saying? And that's the difference. It's like when you get hit back, that's then you want to go cry and say, oh, you're not playing fair, whether you're saying it's the people from that country that starts with I, or you want to say it's the Chinese, or you want to say, saying whoever, all the people you went around the world mistreating, that you went to Afghanistan and Iraq and everywhere else off a lie. When those people want to get justified violence back against you, then it's an issue. No, if it's the game we're playing, if it's the rules we're playing, and this is why, like they say, eye for eye. Yeah, when you play eye for eye, everybody end up blind.
yeah, yeah. So that's
This
what.
is, this is why this is why we don't want eye for. This is why eye for eye is actually a bad idea, because and that's why we need to move forward to something more constructive, like a system of justice.
Okay, and quick question to bring it back. You had mentioned about the opium crisis being
Mm-hmm.
pushed to their country. Explain that. Go. What do you mean by that? Like brought opioid like to their country.
Oh, it's the opium wars. I think in the late 1800s to Franklin
Roosevelt.
FDR.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of presidents and wealthy white men, white men of this country got rich off of the pain and suffering of the Chinese
Well,
during
well,
the opium trade.
so
So
hold on.
what you're seeing with fentanyl is nothing. You can pull it up. Hold on. This.
No,
Hold
no.
on.
I'm
Hold
just.
on.
I'm
Hold on.
just. Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. We can do this live.
Okay.
I don't believe me.
All right.
But yeah, they got rich off of the pain and suffering. Let's see. Hold on.
And while he's doing that right there, I had wanted to speak about that because you have uh it could be pushback on like, well, we didn't make y'all do that, and it's almost
Okay, okay, we'll just take that. That was what I'm saying. Just take that out. We didn't make you take the fentanyl.
yeah. They could go let
There it is.
all right, let me go ahead and put it over here. But I'm just saying, like, you gotta look at it that way though, Mo.
No, what I'm saying is this is however you want to push it, then don't get mad when it comes back to you. You know what I'm saying? That's karma. That's you reap what you sow. It's biblical. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, I'm sure all religions have some form of you reap what you sow, whether it's karma or whatever it is. It's the boomerang effect, the way you want to call it. But the Opium Wars were two conflicts fought between the
Hold on, let me see.
Qin dynasty of China and the Western powers, primarily Britain, during the mid 19th century. That were triggered by trade disputes, particularly concerning opium trade. The first opium war was between 1839 and 1842. But let's see, opium war. Does it not let me click? Hold on. Yeah, okay. Let me see. I covered this in the show.
Okay. You saw an opium war. All right, while you doing that, my question is again, like, is it the response of being like, is it the blame game or something?
What do you mean?
What is there a limit to blaming or playing victim?
No, what I'm saying is if you're going to use a tactic, if you're going to use it, that's just put in the sports terminology. That's just like the Philadelphia Eagles is known for the tush push, right? When they take the ball and they're saying they pile up everybody, and that's like them becoming unsuccessful at it, and then they want the rule to be taken out because another team has become successful at it. It's like, hold on, you won a bunch of championships using the tush push. Now all of a sudden, you want to change the rules.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's just like moving the field goal post.
I mean, what it is hypocrisy. And the thing about hypocrisy is, and I'm looking for a short video because these are all long videos, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's well documented.
Somebody said
How a lot of rich men got rich off the opium trade because, you know what I'm saying, basically destabilized China for a very long time. And they didn't forget. So my point is like this is just that I wish there was a short. Where's the shorts at? Come on.
yeah, that'd be good. Like, how
Brother.
did he come with the shorts now?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need the whole story. I mean, give me a timestamp or a short or something. But I mean, I don't want to belabor the point. Hold on, let me see. General summary. Can't show y'all all my AI tools.
Okay. Let me go ahead and just hide that real quick until you get it taken care
Yeah,
of.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, yeah. But I mean, I don't want to belabor the point I'm down because I mean, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. But I mean, yeah, that's basically that's my point is that it's you can't.
You saying change the game?
What
And
was it? The rule? What the rule for thee, but not for me, kind of thing.
I call it moving the field goal post, something that you
Right.
periodically do from time to time, but it's no issue because I still.
Hold on now. Hold on. You can't say that. You can't say that and not expect me to get no pushback on. I do what? Hold on. Let me bring you back up on the screen here. I do what now?
You move the field goal post periodically at time to time, but I don't mention it because I still go with it. I don't complain about it, but I just like to call you out on it at times. You don't do it all the time.
Give me an example.
Good example right here is when we talking about Elon Musk. And it's like one day you saying he's African, but
He is.
and another day you saying he's white. So
You can be both.
no, but can you be? But you could be. Can you be one? Only one.
No.
So you saying like you be going saying that, oh, he's African, and you be like, oh, he's white, and I'm like, if that's the case, Steve Jobs is dang white then. So
No, see, hold on.
yeah.
Steve Jobs is a colored person.
Oh Lord.
Point blank. Period.
This guy
This
really
ain't
wants to
my rules. Look, I don't create the rules. I do not create the rules.
You just read it.
Whiteness,
Okay.
whiteness is not established by Moe Factz. Whiteness is established by the rules of the system of white supremacy. And it's either, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's called passing. Just like if a person can pass for white, then they're white. But as soon as they're found out not to be white, they're no longer white.
So it was flickering with Elon Musk because it was like once.
Because you're saying I said he's African. He is from the
Well, you
continent
saying
of
he's
Africa.
colored? Okay.
He was born in the country of South. He's actually
South African.
specifically, if you want, he's South African.
Yep, I understand that. Yep.
Right.
So
But he's still white.
okay. So check this out because I read 2 of his bio books right there. So I know
Right.
about that. I know about him selling that computer program software at the age of 12 for like, what is it, $10,000? Him getting his ass whipped by the South Africans to put him in a hospital. But you saying that he's colored one day, and then you saying he's
I never call Elon Musk colored.
well, I call like listen, if you calling Steve Jobs colored, then Elon Musk is colored.
No.
Explain how. Because
You mean explain how?
we got these products right here. Like, look at
because Steve Jobs is clearly Syrian, I think, right? What was his lineage? Hold on, let me hold on. No. You brought it up. And see, this is how Grump like to move the goalpost right here.
Oh,
He'll
boy.
bring something up. And then I think we even had AI tell you. We had the mastermind tell you about Steve Jobs, the same exact thing I told you, but you didn't want to believe it. But
it didn't get prompt right.
Huh?
It didn't have the prompt engineering wasn't done right on it.
No, y'all, no.
It was like biased on the way. Like it literally said yes and no at the same time.
Right here, Steve Jobs' father, Abdul Fattah Jandali,
I don't even
was
know.
a Syrian immigrant.
Okay.
Case closed. Case closed.
What the heck is this? Like where are you going with that? Let me look it up.
Point blank period. What I say, his father was a Syrian immigrant.
Well, that's pretty much Russian, right? That's white still.
Just no, it ain't. That's just like Nick Fuentes.
That's
Nick Fuentes is colored.
I mean, he a Mexican, we know that, but come on, like we talking about like,
yeah. And they let him. Hey, okay. Do they not let him when he start going out of line? Do they not let him know
he's a Mexican
that he's not white? Huh?
Yeah. Plenty of times I've
then.
seen when he be on Twitter, and if they don't like what he's saying, they be like, "Remember, you're a Mexican now," and it just so yeah. But Steve Jobs was allegedly adopted, but
what does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I'm just telling you.
Genetically.
Man.
And see, this is where we get, you're saying, like whiteness. Whiteness is a very fluid thing because they decide who is white and who is not white. That's just like when you ask the people from the country to start with I, they'll say right quick, they're not white. Even though they look white, they'll say they're not white.
I mean, it's like it's a switch. It's like code switch and switcheroo. It's like if it's beneficial, then yeah. But if it's not beneficial for them, they definitely not gonna, claim that.
Right.
Like the ones that Ye been going at for the past couple of years.
Yeah, but that's just like okay, for example, Mark Zuckerberg understand he can't get away with certain things that Elon Musk can get away with. Because Elon Musk let him know, like I got it out the mud. I'm from the apartheid system, where we used to put belt to ass.
Wait, you talking about Elon Musk?
Yes.
We not going to act like Elon Musk's family was not in South Africa like the damn wild thornberries. Okay, wealthy on safaris and stuff. We're not going to
That's
act
what
like
I'm
that.
saying. But he had this. His mentality is, I come from like a comparison. Is like putting him in a time machine from the 1940s. You know what I'm saying? That's his mentality. Because when he grew up, and you know what I'm saying, if you understand the apartheid system,
Mm-hmm.
they were like 40 years behind America. You know what I'm saying, on mistreating colored people. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't mean South African color, I mean non-white people.
Mm-hmm.
They were, you know, that now the reason why I use the color, because that includes colors, the Indians, the Indian, African admixture, all of that. They
Asians.
were putting belt to ass. You know what I'm saying? So him to come here, he has the mentality of somebody hopping in a time machine from the 1940s and coming to present day.
Oh, I get what you're saying now. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah, you're right, but no, because the internet. The internet still is a vast. It's not physical, but
Mm-hmm.
with like coding and things like that nature. But for mistreatment, yeah, you're right. For 1940s, yeah, he's 40 years behind with
And
that.
I'm gonna give you an example of whiteness
Okay, go
since we're
ahead.
on the topic. The girl that got deleted down there in Charlotte, she was from Ukraine, right?
Yeah, she was from Ukraine. Yep.
A few handful of years ago, when the Ukrainians were getting wiped out by the tens of thousands by the Russians, the right didn't care about Ukrainians. But
Hmm.
now all of a sudden, she's been catapulted and put on a pedestal of white
Why is that?
because it's convenient to the system.
Okay.
And they can use it, you know what I'm saying? They can use it for their purpose of, you know what I'm saying, of elevating. But at the same time, they'll say Ukrainian is not white. And I got clips of Nick Fuentes saying Ukrainians aren't white. But in this case, for this propaganda, and then like I said, her death is not propaganda. Her death is a tragedy, and her death is anti-justice because she was mistreated, and that shouldn't be done in a system of justice. And also, that person that did that to her, his life should be taken when found guilty. I think.
I think. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. So I'm getting there to you. Don't worry. They said he was mentally not stable right there. Shouts out to everybody in the chat, by the way, too. I get the switcheroo here and there. Somebody in the comments did say lunch eyes. The ideology about passing for white thing has some Mexicans thrown off when deportation came.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go more depth with that.
Yeah, because they thought that, see, the Hispanics have not been, especially the Cubans, they have not been inducted into whiteness, because if you understand whiteness, it's levels to this. The Irish, the Italians, the Polish, those were considered, not my words, but the system white trash races. And this is why they used to do eugenics in the 1920s, to eradicate and to sterilize these people,
Mm.
because they had a more or more what's the word I'm looking for, a more stringent definition of whiteness. Let me explain to you what a true white person is when you talking about white.
You gotta go explain to
A
me all the
true
time.
white person is a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, and then if you want to go gender, male. That's peak whiteness right there.
I don't even know. You gotta break down the word Protestant. Let me look that up.
Protestant is not Catholic. The one that went with Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King, but Martin Luther in the
Oh,
Reformation,
you talk
and broke
about
away from the church. Yeah,
yeah, the church. Oh,
yeah.
okay. I got a big you understanding now what you mean.
Because I got the 3K people used to terrorize Catholics and Italians,
Mm-hmm.
just like they used to do black people.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's the anomaly of Nick Fuentes. And I'm not to keep bringing back him, but he's a fascinating case study, because one, he's Hispanic. Two, I think his other half is Italian, right?
Ooh.
That was like one of the
Don't go-
last, you know what I'm saying, into whiteness.
Yeah.
So he's, if you want to be classified, he's barely, you know what I'm saying? You was saying you late registration like Kanye, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you're Catholic on top of that.
Oh
It's like,
man.
bro, your whiteness is so problematic. You under 90-day review. You know what I'm
90
saying?
day
Every
review.
90 days, every 90 days, we got to review your whiteness, even if we were to consider you white.
And that's what they doing on X. You read about that? Remember that body cam video when the police came to him? He was like, dude, I'm Mexican.
I'm Mexican. You know what I'm saying? See how that see how conveniently, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he wanted some of that DEI. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I want some of the George Floyd coverage. Now all of a sudden, like, you can't do this to me because I'm Mexican.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's trying to see if he was
Confusing.
a white supremacist or something. That's you gotta explain the I gotta be careful about how I phrase this. The disturbing brilliance of confusion that is done with the system of white supremacy by design. You get what I'm saying?
The best way I can illustrate, you know, I always try to think of analogies so people can get a bit you understanding when I say things.
Yes.
It's like you take somebody and you spin them around.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You're not spinning, but they are. So they're discombobulated and disoriented. You know what I'm saying? When he stops spinning them, you're not confused or you're not, another word, dizzy.
Yeah.
They are. You follow what I'm saying?
I follow exactly what you're saying.
Or another example is you go out drinking with somebody. You pour them a little bit more than you pour yourself. You have a lot of ice in your drink and they have a little bit of ice in their drink.
Mm-hmm.
They think you taking a sip every time you're taking a sip. At the end of the night, they're way more drunk. Now we're both inebriated, but you're way more intoxicated than I am. So that gives me power. And that's how white supremacy uses confusion as a tool. Like they'll be confused with you.
Yeah.
They'll act like it's like somebody, it's like you lose your wallet and they find it. And they'll just be as confused with you. They be looking under the couch with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I just can't believe it. This has to be around here somewhere. The whole time they got your wallet. You know what I'm saying? And then they call you when you get home, like, did you find your wallet? It's just, I don't know.
Well, it's so funny.
Do you need to borrow money till you get paid next week? They got your wallet the whole time. Now, and then they'll say, well, and then you find out, they'll say, well, technically, I didn't steal it.
Oh, yeah, double speaking.
You dropped it. I just happened to find it. I discovered it. So don't call me a thief. And then they'll get irate when you when you call them a thief. It's like, no, I didn't. I'm appalled. You know what I'm saying?
Appalled, yeah.
I'm appalled that you would call me a thief. Yeah. I even helped you look for it. Confusion set in right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get out the phone and they're like, dang, that was messed up. I called him a thief.
I need to apologize. So
yeah.
But what's funny about what you're saying, it reminded me of when that black kid, he was doing a YouTube channel and he was in Auburn. When I was in Auburn, he was doing a YouTube channel and he was in that little what do you call it? Tailgating with these other white kids, with these white college people. And one of the white college dads came in and be like, get up out of here. Like, shoot. And he, remember the other white college kid was like, it's like, what's wrong with him? He's like, dude, I don't know what's wrong with him, man. I don't know. He was tripping, man. Like it's just like he had wanted him to like get up out of there because, he's black. But it was funny how I don't even know if he was related to that guy or not, or that must have been his dad or uncle, but he was playing that confusion card. That's what it reminded me of that when he was explaining that about the wallet situation. It's like, he was confused. Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing is like, Nelly Fuller used to say the thing, don't wake them up.
Oh,
because the one thing you don't want to do to maintain, and I'm going to show you an example. As when technology progressed, and it continues to progress, white supremacy has to become more refined with every invention. Case in point, the television. Before the advent of the television, they could whoop on you in the middle of the street, you know what I'm saying? Spray you with water hoses, stick the dogs on you, all that. But when the television came and would capture that and it was broadcasted out to the masses, it made you look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, hold on, we can't do this. No, we can't do business like we used to do business.
You can't wake them up, and this is bad for business right here.
Right. And the unrefined white supremacy was like, what you mean? That my pleasure is sicking dogs on them and beating on them in the middle of the street and spread. You see that lady go sliding down the street with the water hose? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no better time. Like y'all said, we couldn't hang them. Okay, we ain't hanging them no more. You know what I'm saying? Because that was bad for bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the internet, and then fast forward, the video camera came.
Oh boy,
Rodney King. You see what I'm saying? Every time. So
Every
now
time.
citizens have the ability to capture in real time things going on. So they have to change the way they do business once again. Fast forward, you know what I'm saying, with Trayvon Martin and even George Floyd. Now, not only do they have the ability to capture it, they have the ability to broadcast to the masses.
Telephone.
So once again, every time they have to do a pivot or rewrite the bylaws, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't do it, you know what I'm saying? And the old factions is like, what do you mean we can't do this no more? You know, we've been doing it, you know, just like the whole thing with the N-word. Why can't we say the N-word? Because you're going to wake them up, and you're seeing this in real time. The last show I did, number 100, what I talk about the N-word, because I knew that was going to be the end.
That was going to be the end. Yep, you're right about that.
That was going to be the end. Once that spell wears off and you seeing it real time, when me and you first start talking, you know what I'm saying, and doing shows, the N-word used to be an instant reaction for a colored person or a black person. You say it, they'll fire off on you.
Press button.
Now, look at fast forward with Young Thug, and you seeing the videos now, people just laugh at the people when they say it. Because they understand, like, you want me to react a certain way. I'm not gonna react that way. And now it's just like, they want to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it ain't working. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can slap the remote control all you want to. The batteries is dead, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's over. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are slowly waking up to how the system works. And I made another post, and I said that people wonder why I don't post about Democrats and liberals anymore. I said because that party is cannibalizing itself, as you see with Mondani, or what I pronounce his name, in New York, and the establishment Democrats. They're eating themselves, and now I want to see that happen with the Republican Party and the conservatives, to eat themselves, to cannibalize themselves, so the mask will fall off, so we can see what we're really dealing with is the two sides or two wings on this bird is communism and fascism. Let's just get, you know what I'm saying? Let's get right down to it. But they still the same two wings on the same bird. But that's what it really is at the end of the day. And really, those two sides function almost identically, just down to tactics. You know what I'm saying? It's like they operate the same way. So
I agree with you on that. I want to explain, like, about the cannibalizing themselves. Can you go into depth on this? Is how the confusion is, where the unrefined, they be like, wait, what you talking about? This is how we do. Can you explain how the refined ones could be like, hey, don't wake them up. Matter of fact, you try to wake them up, we're gonna put a hit out on you. This is where JFK and the Lincoln start to come into place. You get what I'm saying? And that's a confusion if somebody just looking at it from the top layer of it. Like, they'll look at it like, oh, see, it's not existing no more. Jim Crow's outdated because they actually.
I'll give you an example. It's a classic scene from a classic movie, Higher Learning.
Oh boy.
You remember Remy?
Yes.
Remember the white supremacist leader?
Yeah.
He said, well, we need doctors, lawyers, engineers. You know what I'm saying? He was running the game down to him like he was refined. Now, he wasn't refined because he liked to put on the uniform and walk around the street. But he had a refined understanding to say, and if you can bring up hold on. There's a
And you said bring up what again?
Hold on. I'm gonna send you something. I'm gonna finish my thought. I'm gonna send you something.
Okay.
Because it's a clip of what I'm saying, and I played it on a show, and I even also posted it on my TikTok. But I'm gonna finish. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you. I don't know if can you get your Twitter DMs?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna send you this. Twitter post.
I'm already on the DMs right here on the Twitter. So
All right, there we go. So in the movie, Remy wanted action. I got to do something because he had got lumped up. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
He got lumped up. His head was hurting. He's like, we got to get some action. We got to do something. And he was like, nah, bro. Like, we need to have doctors and lawyers and engineers. You know what I'm saying? That's how you maintain the system. He understood, like, yeah, we're losing ground. And like, that's what's so crazy about that movie. It's been the same narrative.
yep,
It's
same
been the
here.
same narrative since 1960 that we're losing ground to the 1990s when that movie came out. They're losing ground. To now we're losing ground, which they are now. But what's happening is, and they don't realize it, is the power is being consolidated at the top, the economic power. And that's why it's not black people are taking nothing from you. Okay, let's just say, okay, say you think black people are taking everything from you. Okay, say you going round up by force and by, you know what I'm saying, political power, everything that black people own in this country, it still ain't gonna be that much. Our consolidated wealth is not anything compared to 1% of the 1%. Truth be told. But they've been tricked into believing that we're taking something from them, or colored people or non-white people are taking something from them, and they're being tricked by the very 1% that benefits from them being all wound up like that. So that's the point I was trying to make is, and then really, and this person right here, he wrote his name is Luther Pierce, William Luther Pierce. He wrote this book called the Turner Diaries, and it's like a fantasy of a white supremacist, of an unrefined white supremacist. I mean, like all out wanton violence, you know what I'm saying, like throughout the land.
Oh, you said
But
turnings? Okay, go ahead.
The Turner Diaries.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So like, I mean, yeah, but he realized after he created this group, and it's sort of like the groypers are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we get to say what we want to say. We can say the N word, and we can say the K word, and we can say all this. He attracted people like that, and then it's clear you're gonna see he found out afterwards, like it's not all good attracting people like that because the cost of business always is going up. If you want to play that clip.
The cost of business always going up. You're right about that. I'm gonna have the clip playing right now. 1 second. Uh,
Got it.
no, 1 second. 1 second. I clicked on the wrong one.
I
Window
can share it if
test.
you need me to.
Yeah, I'm about to say if you can't, okay. I think this is. Let me see now.
Let me know. Here we go. I got it.
Wait, you got it? I was playing it just now. You
Yeah.
can hear it?
No, I can't hear it. I'll share it.
Okay, cool, cool. Do that, please, and thank you. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, let me go ahead and go to your thing right here. I see it. Hold on. I don't even know if the audio playing though.
Check with the chat. I think it's playing because it's playing through. I can hear it.
You could hear it, but I'm about to
Yeah.
say, let me see if they able to hear it. Audio settings. Let me. Hey, y'all can hear that in the chat. All right.
Let us know if you can hear it. I'll run it back.
Yeah, please, please
It's
do.
kind of a low volume clip as
Oh, they
well.
said yeah. So they saying
No
no,
audio.
no audio. So let me go to that audio settings right there. I'll just play this from the phone because that's crazy. I can
Hold on.
hear.
It might be from mine. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go stop sharing.
I'm about to say.
Bruh.
I'm about to say. It's not. I can hear because I can hear it when you playing it.
Oh, it say share with audio. It should be saying share with audio. Yeah.
All right. So try that one more time again.
It says this site will be able to see content on your screen. Okay, yeah, that's what I want.
All right. All right. Hold on. A second. Media source. Go to that. Oh.
I'll read what he says if they can't say it.
Very often they are defective people. Either they are people who simply can't function successfully in society.
They're not effective people. They can't function in society correctly.
They are losers or antisocial misfits looking for company. Or they are escapists or adventurers who don't really want to serve
Hey,
our
Mo, they can hear it. I checked it. I'm about to say you good. They can hear it. They can hear it.
Okay, my fault.
No, all right. Now go ahead.
But who are looking for some politically incorrect diversion, some politically incorrect self-gratification.
That's the key word right there. Politically. Let's go back and see what he says. Politically incorrect diversion or politically incorrect self-gratification. So that's what the gropers are. That's what these people online and want to, I can say what I get to say online, what I never got to say before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a stone cold suspected white supremacists like William Luther Pierce here, and just to let people know what he was all about, they back in the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing, he had connections to what's his name? Timothy McVeigh.
The one who did that bombing?
Yeah. They say Timothy McVeigh actually had his book and looked up to him, and there was allegedly some connection between them two.
Oh, damn. Timothy McVeigh in 1962.
All right, somebody said tell me to run it from the beginning. I'm gonna run it back from the beginning so you hear it, and I'm not gonna say anything.
All right.
Very often they are defective people. Either they are people who simply can't function successfully in society, that is, they are losers or antisocial misfits looking for company, or they are escapists or adventurers who...
You got something playing in the background? Grump.
My bad. Go ahead. You hear it?
You got something playing in the background? I can hear myself like echo.
Oh, okay. Try again. My bad.
All right.
Very often they are defective people. Either they are people who simply can't function successfully in society, that is, they are losers or antisocial misfits looking for company, or they are escapists or adventurers who don't really want to serve our cause, but who are looking for some politically incorrect diversion, some politically incorrect self-gratification. And they hope that we will be able to provide that gratification for them. And that's the last thing in the world that we want to do. It's not just that these people who have the wrong motivations generally provide us with little benefit. They are poison to us because they drive away from us the people who really can be useful to us, the people who really can and will serve our cause. This is something that is obvious to many of the people that we want, but it took me a few years to learn the hard way to shun hobbyists, to have zero tolerance for people who like to dress up in uniforms and shout 1488 and give Roman salutes to TV cameras.
There it is.
Thank you very much for that, sir. That was crazy.
He said, we don't want your kind. But he said it took him years to learn.
Years.
That I don't want these LARPers. I don't want these people that want to dress up in funny suits and do funny salute. Yeah, I want people that's gonna be refined. They understand the mission. They go to work, tip the scales, you know what I'm saying, in the favor of our position. And that's the thing. This is now I'm saying all this for a purpose. This is what you're witnessing right now in the war of the conservatives. When you bring somebody like poison, his words, not mine, poison like Nick Fuentes into the mainstream, you turn a lot of people off that recognize the cause, but they don't want no part of that right there. Hence, the election of 2020. Of course, we know there was a chicanery going on in 2020 that we can't talk about on this platform. But what gave cover for an illusion for what happened is middle America said we can't allow this kind of confusion to go on. Confusion's good, but this is too much confusion. This is too, you know what I'm saying? This is you gonna blow, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna blow our cover. You got people waking up, you know what I'm saying? You got too much going on right now. So it's what they do, the refined white supremacists understand that, and this is what we call Fabian socialism. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. See what I'm saying? I'll rob you for $2 and then I'll give you $1 back. So the last thing, you know what I'm saying, is, you know, like, it's like, well, I mean, he's not that bad of a guy. He could have robbed me for $2, but he gave me $1 back. Not understanding that you know what I'm saying, you got robbed for $1. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of trickery that the refined use that gives them cover.
Makes it very subtle to the point where they be like, you know what, he John ain't so bad. And when you got somebody,
Right.
yeah, it makes it look
We
very
come in
better.
and we wipe up your tribe, but then we build you a school and some wells.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We're not that bad of a guy, are we? You know, and you say, well, it could have been worse.
It could have been worse, yeah.
That's the trick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been worse. So, but yeah, this is why like people are freaking out right now on the right, because they're like, hold on, like, you can't let Nick Fuentes be mainstream.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in his words, I'm just gonna be honest, like a clown. He don't want clowns. He say poison, but he don't want clowns, circus acts, in their agenda right there. So you saying not having Nick as mainstream is a no-go because it turns a lot of people off? That's what
Right.
you okay.
Well, it turns them, you don't want to be associated with those people. And it was the same thing in the civil rights movement. Malcolm X was seen as that way. The Nation of Islam was seen as that way. It was that you're talking too spicy.
Oh yeah, I remember that. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
That,
was.
you
Go
know, if
ahead.
we're trying to make gradual change, then we can't associate ourselves with that kind of rhetoric.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, and but like I said, that's very bad for business. And the thing, like, honestly, if you want to get my unsolicited opinion, I think this is all part of the plan by the Refine. It's like letting them come out. Let them come out of their corners, their rabbit hole, because they were pushed down in 2020 when they locked down the internet, and you got shadow banned for saying everything. And then they threaten to start their own platforms, Rumble, True Social, Parlor, all these different, you know what I'm saying, alternative media. They said, no, we can't let them, we got to let them integrate. Same thing they did with black people.
Yeah,
Like, you know, like they were like, you know, when black people say, you know what, we were tired of riding on the back of your bus. We would rather walk or carpool or, you know, whatever, start to build our own bus companies. They said, well, we can't let them do that. Integrate them.
Mm-hmm.
Integrate them. Then we'll teach their children to you know what I'm saying, to be inferior.
Yeah.
So my point I'm saying is, I think this whole thing was in 2020. They saw the beginning infrastructure of the alternative media. And what they did was let them back on. Notice YouTube got real lax with what you could say. You know, there's certain things that you couldn't say before. They used to get you blamed immediately. Now you can say it. And what's going to end up happening is they got a lot riding on this 2028 election.
Oh boy, and this is
They got a lot
demolition.
riding on, because like if you thought 2020 was bad, don't forget the same people can get that won 2020 can get back into power, and they'll have the power of Palantir and all this AI capabilities to really sniff you out and shut you down. So and I think that was part of the plan.
I guess it remind me. I keep saying demolition, man, but it definitely gives off that vibe right there. Like, don't let them branch off. Now keep them close and integrate, and so you could ding them out quicker. That's
Put them underground,
put 'em
like
on the
they
ground.
put them underground, out of sight. And that go to show you who the real bad guys are. Because if
Really
you
step.
look when you first watch Demolition Man, you like, oh, look how clean the city is and sanitized and no cussing and no disease and everything else. But look at the cost it came at of putting a whole population of people isolated underground and starving.
Yeah, literally, like they put
And that's
on.
why I said communists and fascists really just agree on tactic. You know what I'm saying? They both
Yeah.
agree that we need to put these people underground. That's like you listen now, like let them starve. It's like what? Let people starve? That's your answer with
Sanctions,
the whole snap thing. You know what I'm saying? Like let people starve.
but the sanctions. It remind me of the sanctions that you had mentioned a while back. Uh,
Mhm.
I think that went over my head at first, and I think it probably went over some other people's head when you said let them starve. Like, I want you to please, can you help go in depth on how crucial that is and how much power they have with making people, just cut, not even going to war. Not I ain't gonna say war, but not even violence, just cutting off food supply or something.
Yeah, well, you always talk about the economic hit, man, and the way this. I like to use movies
Yes.
because there's pivotal lines and illustration in the movies. You know, like we always, and that's what we need to get back to is breaking down these movie clips. You know what I'm saying? When we link back up for next time. But in Gladiator, when the dude told the emperor, he was like, you go to, there's this eel that goes to the bottom of the ocean and lays there and lets all of his predators take bites off of him. I think that's what the system of white supremacy is doing right now is they're letting to see who's really on our side. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna look down bad. You know what I'm saying? So we can see who really on our side. But they understand through sanctions and violence, control of money and the three things they control is transportation, money, and violence.
Mm.
Transportation was they control the movement of information and through under the sea internet, you know what I'm saying, underwater internet cables, you know what I'm saying, that things of that
Yeah,
nature.
that's true.
And on top of the sea, cargo, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Like what they say, we have certain pinch points and pressure points that we can shut down whole shipping lanes.
Yeah, literally, whole
That's why
shit
The U.S. Navy is one of the most elite force ever known to man, and it's always been that way. You know what I'm saying? They got here on what boats?
on
You know what I'm
boats.
saying? So they always, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to really go there, you want to go to Maxwell, breaking down, you know what I'm saying, the linguistics of navigation. You know what I'm saying? I forget his first name, big time conspiracy theorist, last name Maxwell. But yeah, shipping, monetary. That's like with Gaddafi. You know what I'm saying? When he was talking about starting his own money,
Oh
what
yeah,
happened to him? You see what I'm saying? That's with the whole BRICS thing. If you really want to look up the BRICS thing, BRICS was created by a person that worked for BlackRock.
Robert Maxwell.
You know what I'm saying? Robert Maxwell.
And you said BlackRock.
But if you it's a dude, you know what I'm saying, that actually the work for BlackRock that
Yep.
created BRICS. And if people don't know BRICS, that's Brazil, Russia, India, and China. It's more countries, but you know what I'm saying, it's the main acronym for it.
Yeah.
And the system of white supremacy, in my calculations, are saying it's much easier to control one opponent currency than 5 or 6 separate currencies. So let's get them all to click up together. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then we can deal with one currency. It is the BRICS.
You just take one bricks thing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's another
Right.
thing. With that money thing, it's kind of it's always a tug of war with, you know, it's the belief of the money, you know, with WS, because it is true, it's valid. We all on that same accord right there, and the fact that they're able to produce that on any given time, and they got it backed up
Yeah.
by military. It's not backed up by gold; it's backed up by military.
And the
But
key word is sanctions. You know what I'm saying?
sanctions,
They love to use that word sanctions. We'll sanction you.
yeah,
Sanction means starve you.
pretty much.
That's what sanctions mean. We'll starve you. We will cut off. Most of the time, it's the staples: wheat, flour, corn. You know what I'm saying?
Those
And you will
keywords,
starve.
key ones, yeah.
Yeah. And what that does is that turns your population against the leadership because we're hungry. That incites riots and rebellions
Overthrown.
against who they want to get out of power.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing right now. That's how that's how this system works. They use sanctions and another that's control. That's what controlling what can go in and out of the country, shipments, tariffs. This is a new one, but I mean it's not new, but the way it's being weaponized is that hey, it's kind of like I can swim 100 feet, you can swim 50 feet. I'll take you out of 90 feet. You know what I'm saying? From the shore.
Yeah.
You're sure to drown. It'll be a struggle for me to get back to shore, but I know my capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what these sanctions are. Let's see how long you can last.
Against centuries of, you know, centuries of putting in work and just mistreatment and all that.
Right.
It's real deep how you went into it with the sanctions, and they refining it as we go, like you said, the terrorists. Because remember, prior to a dang skyscraper could be on fire, and they'll be going having a meeting with the, you know, the commissioner, whoever that country
Yeah.
is, trying to negotiate peace or business. So yeah,
They at the same time they bombing you, they sitting in the room with you laughing and talking and patting you on the back. And you'll say somebody come whisper in your ear like our country's under attack. And then like, are you gonna sign this treaty or not? And that's how they work. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, and that's violence. What I said about violence. That's the last straw. If we can't control you with sanctions, tariffs, economic means, money supply, then here comes the violence.
but my question to you is, do they make it
Yeah.
look pretty? Because I mean, I know by propaganda and confusion, we are looked at as the most violent, and you know, we put the capital V in it, from the perspective they pushing right there. So my question is,
Okay, well, they've become so refined that they can leverage one population in the country against another population in the country to do their bidding for them.
okay, yeah, do
You
my
know what I'm saying?
dirty
In
work.
case in point, when they had this uprising in Haiti, they brought colored people from Kenya,
Yeah,
all the way from Kenya to Haiti to fight the Haitians.
yeah, that is true. Yeah,
You know, or in Syria, they'll say we're backing the freedom fighters. They'll give them some kind of cool name. The freedom fighters, we're arming them, we're backing them, and then they're fighting against their rebels, but in a good way. You know, they're kind of like George Washington was. You know, they're fighting they were their country from a tyrant. You know, so
yeah,
very very seldomly do they need to get their hands dirty. It's more of like a show of force. Like, hey, we still can get violent, and but they don't really like to because, like I said, it's still refined
yeah.
at the end of the day. And I'm gonna give you a case in point. There's a thing, and I want to talk about this maybe on another show, but soft power. See, everything is soft power. And I know I can find a quick one on this one.
Okay.
I'm giving you some of my show material, but it's important.
Yeah, so I could discover it and, you know, keep it moving.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Share it with the people.
Soft power, y'all. That I tell
Soft
you,
power.
that's some double speaking right there.
Hold on,
Soft
wait
power.
till you yeah. Wait till you, let me find that clip. Where he at? It's created by Joseph Nye. He coined the term.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's see if we can get this going here.
That dude said soft pop. Oh yeah, but shouts out to y'all definitely for rocking with us in the chat still. I'm just grateful and impressed. I did not know that we'll have, a good portion, like a classroom up in here. I was expecting like
Let's see if
one.
I can get this to play.
Okay.
Uh,
Alrighty.
so this is Joseph Nye. He talking about power.
All right. You good to go. It's already up. Let me see if the
Power is the ability to affect others to get the outcomes you want. And there are basically three ways you can do that. You can do it with coercion or threat. You can do it with uh, carrots or promises or payments, and you can do it with attraction. And of those three ways of using power, the first two, um, threats or payments.
So he basically saying we can beat you, or we can buy you.
Okay.
That's the first two power. You know what I'm saying? Like we can
Okay.
beat you, or we can buy. But that's why I said violence. That's what I said, violence, or monetary control.
Okay.
It's tracking now. I'm gonna trade. Okay, we tracking. Okay,
Yeah.
keep going.
I call hard power. And the third,
That's called hard power, where if they beat you or buy you.
the
Gotcha.
ability to get what you want through attraction and persuasion without the use of coercion or payment, I call soft power. And all.
So he said coercion without using coercion is attraction. Let's go back.
Of influence.
Let's get to generate the transcript so we can get. See, y'all don't know about all these. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit so we can see what he said. Attraction or persuasion. That's soft power.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to go further than that because you're saying that'll be another show for another day.
Yeah.
But the reason why I brought that up because something that recently came up. You heard about the USAID, right? With the
Oh, so the real say again?
USAID. That's when they had the Doge cuts, and they were cutting aid to all the foreign countries.
No, I don't recall. I know about the Dodge thing. I'm gonna look it up right here. For people in the chat, USAID, Dodge findings and reports. Okay, and this says wasteful government spending, led by billionaire. This action followed January 2005.
Here we go. It says USAID. And it stands for U.S. Agency for International Development. Was led was the lead U.S. government agency for humanitarian and development assistance. While it was once the world's largest humanitarian aid donor, in 2025, it was subject to a freeze and restructuring, which resulted in significant reduction in staff and activities through some life-saving programs were granted waivers to continue. So what happened was, and like I said, I don't want to belabor the point, but what happened was when Trump came in office and the people with Trump, they said, we don't need soft power no more. Because this is one of the main vehicles of soft power right here. We go in, like I said, we build them wells, we build them schools. You need a kidney, we get you a kidney. You got cleft palates, we'll get doctors from America come in, fix your cleft palate. Then that gains us aid. You see what I'm saying?
Economics.
Have you ever seen the movie? Have you ever seen the show Homeland?
Homeland. No.
With the blonde chick, she was working for the CIA. She had bipolar. Anyway, she worked for the CIA, and a lot of it was, I'll get you, you need this, I'll get you this, and then you get me information. You know what I'm saying? Trade you aid for, you know what I'm saying, for a favor, basically.
Favor for favor.
Yeah. So that's how soft power worked, to the point where you become so helpful that people start to believe in your ideologies. Like they can't be that bad. Like I said, if I take $2 from you and give you $1 back, you really can't be that bad. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, look what your dollar bought you. You know what I'm saying? Like
See?
I took your dollar by force, but it's like, look what your dollar bought you. We bring clean water, vaccines, you know what I'm saying, medication,
Yep.
education, you know what I'm saying, first world living. Hey, look at your return on investment. Now that what we gave you is only worth a penny, but you know what I'm saying? You didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have it then. And what I'm the point I'm making is your dollar is your natural resources. They need you sitting on oil, you're sitting on tungsten, you're sitting on lithium, you're sitting on diamonds, you're sitting on strategic land that we need to run the pipeline through, all of that.
Yeah, it's
So
to the point.
but
Yeah.
what good was it you? You didn't have a shovel. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have a shovel to dig with. You know what I'm saying? What good is the lithium to you?
That's what they did with that Panama Canal. It was like, hey,
Yeah.
well, y'all wasn't smart enough from their terms. Y'all wasn't smart enough to come up with this idea right here. So, we should, it's destined to come over here and, take it over. And you know what? We'll allow to let y'all run operations on it, but pay taxes on y'all behalf towards us at the end. Because that's what they're going through right now, that Panama Canal thing, which is very engineered and all that. I think that was during Theodore Roosevelt time, but you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the resources, like their dollar is their natural resources or their land or whatever that situation is that they want.
Yeah. So I mean that's what they're always, it's always a trade, but it's trade by force. Because like I said,
Ooh.
if we can't persuade you, then we'll buy you. And if we can't, and when we buy you, we're gonna buy trust, we buy you pennies on the dollar. And I mean literally pennies on the dollar. If that don't work, then here comes the force. You know what I'm saying? Now that's what you're seeing in Venezuela.
I hear you
To the
saying.
point of, hey, we need the oil. And what a lot of people don't know, and I don't hear nobody discuss, everybody's talking about AI, but you know about AI and the power consumption, right?
Yep.
So the way it consumes power, you're going to need more oil. Your reserve, that says it used to, when you did the pre-AI calculation, may last you 100, 200 years. Now we're looking at 50 years, the way AI is consuming power. So it's like, okay, we were, America was straight. You know what I'm saying? We were what they call it, energy independent for the next 200 years. But it's like that was pre-AI. Post-AI, you might be good for another 50 years. So what do we need to do? We need to daggone beat up on some colored people and take their natural resources. Now he didn't want to take our persuasion. He didn't want to take our money. So it's like get out and lay down. And this is why they're the most gangster on the face of this earth. That's straight mob tactic.
Yeah, you got. I like how you said that most gangster on doing it because it just remind me of the Japan situation, what you saying with Venezuela. Like
Mm-hmm.
they just there was I think isolationism, whatever they called it.
Japan said we
Yeah.
don't want what you got. We good. You know what I'm saying? Like we're good. And they're like, oh, you gonna take you gonna take what we got. And then they took it
And
and they
back
flipped it, you know what I'm saying? It became so
pennies.
efficient. They said, well, hold on. If these Japanese can get this off this island and get it to mainland China with their efficiency, we got a problem. We got a real problem because they thought they were going to, I'm saying that the one that I always say this, pound for pound, Japanese is the only one that really took the system white supremacy to game 7.
I guess six game
Nah,
6, but go ahead.
nah, gang. So they took, well, okay.
Lakers in 5.
I give you 6. I give you America, white supremacy in 5. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? It was a tough 5. You know what I'm saying? It could have went either way. But my point you're saying is that they forced the Western, I'll put that in strong air quotes, ideology on them. They took the wet because they were very agricultural.
Yes.
I think they operated off like a feudal system pre introduction to Western um thoughts. And I'm not a historian, so please correct me if I have. This is just my general understanding of how it took place. They took it and then they were so efficient with their culture and their work ethic that they became a huge problem because for what they lacked in size, you could say physically and you could say land wise, they made up for an effort. And they was like, whoa,
They got mad.
because if they can take this um to all of Asia, it's a problem. And just to show you this, Hiroshima and Nagasaki had happened, and in 1980s, the Japan was back a problem.
Damn. Oh, what do you mean? Hold on now. You got to slow it down.
In less than 40 years, they were back on their feet.
But
And then, you know what I'm saying? Me and you watched the Mad Men, the Mad Men. You know what I'm saying? It was even in the 60s.
it was either,
You know what I'm saying? They were back on their feet in the problem.
yeah, and
So they had to go and collapse their economy in I think the late 80s, early 90s.
yeah,
They had to use, you're saying, tactics to collapse their economy.
because that one white dude's like, God damn, them keep on yellow keep on coming and
He
coming.
said, I won't do no business with him because he fought in World War II against them. He ain't saying, but that go to show you how the system worked. They're like, hey, we gotta do business.
Yeah, you gotta do
Put
business.
your feelings, you know what I'm saying? That's the unrefined. You know what I'm saying? He was hot. They had to do business with him. But at the end of the day, it's like, no, we can't let them be all to themselves. We need to get on the inside and see what they're doing.
And that
And
nuke,
here we are again. Now you fast forward, look at Japan. Japan got hit with a culture bomb. I don't think
ooh,
people understand that. Worse than Nagasaki and Hiroshima, they got hit with a culture bomb to where they disrupted their whole gender relationships to, like, look at them. They're depopulated.
yep, you're right about that. That little, they got places where, oh man, it's a lot. I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole with it, but you're right about
Yeah,
that.
we
It's
can't cover
fried.
everything tonight. Like I said, this is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, it's good to talk to you, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't, like, this is kind of like me and Grunt conversation.
Day to day.
Either via text or phone call. And like I said, Grump, my brother, you know what I'm saying? Me and him, you know what I'm saying, was, you know what I'm saying, like, leaning on each other. I
Definitely.
appreciate you, Grump, for real, for real.
That's most same likewise too, bro. Likewise too. You definitely be getting me hyped when you be bringing up with that Japan because that's the only tactical nukes that we knew about that we saw that WS did, and it wasn't no pound for pound after that. It was just I don't think no other countries had dropped no tactical nuke. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, they didn't. I mean, nobody really warranted that kind of firepower. You know, honestly, I mean, like I said, it's and you see now, you know what I'm saying? Japan had them and has them with these what is it, the bonds, the debt bonds.
Yeah,
They're like, we can wreck your whole economy if we wanted to, but they know what that leads to.
the
That leads to
consequences.
getting beat on. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, well, we could, and that's the thing, and what people don't understand about system white supremacy. And I'm speaking specifically about the system. They're homicidal, suicidal.
There we go. They'll go no
Like,
swerve,
huh?
no swerving.
No, like in a game of chicken, they either gonna crash or win. They are not swerving. One of the greatest white supremacist philosopher there is Ricky Bobby.
If
Either
you're
you
not
first,
first or you last.
you last.
With Mountain Dew. Yeah, this dude, hell, man. It's crazy how we both had thought that because he said, if you're not first, you're last. I'm like, damn,
Exactly.
that was
And that's if you would talk
religious.
to an honest white supremacist, they would tell you that because they like, we've caused so much harm around the country. This is what keep them up at late at night, plotting to peep out the next threat.
Yep, always
Because
studying.
you got to be first. You got to be first because if you ain't first, you last. And truth be told, I can only speak for Black people in America. We ain't in on that time for real. Like, that's what people don't understand. Like, Black Americans, we've been here. We ain't had no Taliban type organizations. Not, you know what I'm saying? It's like whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we over it.
Unless you run one of our asses home though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Back
yeah,
against the
we ain't
wall.
no punks now, but I'm
But
saying like which the thought that they think we think is in their head, not ours.
oh yeah, I agree with you saying.
Cause they're thinking like if y'all had done this to us, this the time would have been on. But we're like, man, we ain't even on that time right now. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like
Yeah, it ain't that deep.
you know, like seriously, we're not even on that time. And that's another conversation for another day. 'Cause I have a theory about that, but I won't share it here today. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So when I see, that's what I'm saying. When I talk about the system, it's not about the individual. And honestly, I think the ideology is like it's like an operating system. It's almost, you know, it's
You're right.
so ingrained.
OS. That's the only thing
Yeah,
that
it's
out. Yep.
yeah. Like, why can't you have peace, world peace? And like you were saying about JFK, that wasn't even an option. That's what got his top pop. Cause it's like,
Face
bro, peace.
on camera back then. Cameras was not even videos. You see how Ronnie King was the recent video cam capture thing. You mean to tell me back then they got that with his face blown off? My bad. I just it's still mind blowing. But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, but that's what him speaking of peace,
That would happen. That would cause it. Yeah.
because the whole thing is fear. The whole racket is built off of fear. It's like we have to tax you. Okay, just look at our tax breakdown, right?
Yeah.
The majority of your taxes go where? To the Pentagon, to the military industrial complex,
Yep.
to the fear complex. You know what I'm saying? That feeds your fear to justify your need for giving them a huge chunk of your money to protect you for something that they create the fear about. You know what I'm saying? And so when you come in and say peace, all that fades away. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't need the army, you don't need the military. You need a military. Every country needs a military, but not
Hippie.
to the point where you have to go and be on policing the world.
Yep. That's
That's not to
yep.
the point where intelligence agencies have to go and infiltrate every country, every group on the planet to figure out how they're trying to get one up on us.
And
You
potentially
don't need it to
outside.
that level of peace.
Exactly, and potentially outside the planet too. I think that's why that hippie era was so detrimental in the eyes of the refinement system because it's like not working. They all carpooling in the van. They just the the drugs, hallucinogens, and all that stuff. I think you said they put
What was hippies known for? What? Peace.
peace. Yeah, the peace sign. Yeah,
Peace
literally.
and love, dude. Peace and love, dude.
Yeah,
And they said, white supremacists said, what have I raised here? My God,
and
what is this? You don't want to go whoop on somebody? You know what I'm saying? Because like you got to understand who the hippies was. The hippies were the children of the people that went and fought in World War II. And sometimes the grandchildren, you know what I'm saying, depending on looking at the age range, you know what I'm saying? So they hear all these horrific stories of their fathers and their grandfathers. And they're like, bro, I don't want no parts of that. And you got to think about the abundance of wealth that America had after they, you know what I'm saying, after they shook down the whole world
yeah,
during World War II. You know what I'm saying? Like, even their European counterparts was bombed out and depleted. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's no competition there. Japan's taken off the map. Um, uh, China was a third world country, so there's really no competition. So you got, okay, my dad is zonked out from fighting in this nasty war in World War II. We're living in the best of times. So it's like peace, Hare Krishna. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, you know, like, so it was like, okay. So what did they do? They took
Manson.
Charles Manson and,
Yeah.
and made hippies look violent.
Oh yeah, they did a successful operation on that. Cause we know hippies. I remember the first time hippies was the Forrest Gump movie with Jenny and Scooby Doo, the Mystery Gang. That's why I had looked at when you talk about peace and hippies, but when Charles Manson that thing hit, like the Charles girls or something, the Manson's girls or something,
Yeah.
they shut it down. I forgot who president um pushed hard on that, but yeah. My bad. Go ahead.
So that's what I'm just saying is that peace is bad for business.
And we
And that's the thing, like even now, what Trump come in, Trump was, I'm gonna end all wars. You know what I'm saying? And they had to have a talking with him.
a bullet past his ear, allegedly.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm just saying? Like they have
okay,
to have a talk
okay.
with him. It's like, hey, maybe peace ain't such a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You know,
He made him say
you,
fight.
yeah.
He said
So they're
fight.
like, okay, Gaza, Venezuela. There now he's talking about Nigeria and the Christians being oppressed there, which they've been oppressed for God knows how long. But I'm just saying, like, Syria is another option. Now, like, I could go full circle, like our conversation always do. Now Ukraine is worth protecting again. You know, the poor Ukrainians, which 4 years ago is like let them, you know what I'm saying, hold their own nuts. That was kind of the policy, you know what I'm saying, from the Republicans. Well, from the MAGA Republicans, like let them hold their own nuts. Now Trump's back in there. Now it's, well, maybe we need to go do something about that. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
war keeps the the wheels
Feed,
turning on this thing.
if it feeds the system. Like with Gladiators and 300, you said, I remember it was a song that talked about we want war, we need war. Like Gladiators and all that entertainment. These serial killers right now that being like somewhat idolized and or looked at, Ted Bundy. It's killing, honestly, and it's I don't want to be blunt when I say it. I'm just like saying this in a truthful way right there. No matter how
And
much
what
they
they
wrap
say
it.
about ICE, they said we're under invasion.
Oh
And we're
yeah,
under
yeah,
we're being invaded.
yeah,
Which then you gotta ask, okay, well, who left the door open? Not saying you somebody comes to your house and you leave the door open, but like they were once again, they were invited. Let's not pretend like this. They were invited, they were given a ride to the house, you know what I'm saying, and a key to the door. And then you left a plate in the microwave for them.
now
So
if you would
you
have
just
did
like,
that,
what kind of invasion was that really? You know what I'm saying? You need to look at, but notice nobody goes to jail on a certain level. Have you noticed that?
yep,
Have you noticed that? You know what I'm saying? Bush was a war criminal. Not my word. Let the left tell it. Nobody went to jail.
I ain't apologizing. Nothing. He's nice.
You know what I'm saying? Obama was a war criminal. Nobody went to jail from the right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Nobody on the upper levels of the system. Nobody goes to jail.
jail. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Talk about
Hell, and you see Trump like even the ones in jail, he letting them out. It's like, what you got for me? You know what I'm saying? Okay. What you get? It was like you literally can buy your way out of jail now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like seriously.
like that Silk Road, Ross Ulbricht, who had started that dark web Silk Road trade, and he was
Him
sentenced to
and
life.
Binance,
Yeah.
the dude for Binance.
Oh
You know,
damn, I didn't even know about
yeah,
that shit. Oh, let me see.
yeah,
Yeah, so I get you saying it's like literally, what the heck? You seriously from Binance Crypto?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's see, you're right. Like you said, that's the proof is in the pudding right there. What else you got for me?
Huh?
Like you said, what
What
else
you
you
got
got?
for? You know what I'm saying? Like grab your pockets like Debo. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
What in the world?
But you got him on 40, homie. You know what I'm saying? So that, but here come the confusion. We're the party of law and order.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like now your head spinning. It's like, hold on.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. You're right. See, that's the confusion is another weapon too. Shouts out Nearly Full of Junior, definitely when he said 9 areas of activity. Where does
Mm-hmm.
confusion fall into? Is confusion within all those 9 areas?
All 9.
Okay,
All 9.
okay, so it's no
Every
10th.
yeah. Gender confusion, like we were saying, what is it? Education.
Confusion. Oh,
Uh
okay, okay.
you see what I'm saying? All the way down. Education, entertainment, labor, law. I think I'm missing one E. Economics,
Economics,
education, economics, entertainment, labor, law,
sex,
sex, politics,
confusion, all that. Okay, I get it. It bleeds.
war,
War, confusion.
and it's one more. I'm getting rusty. That's why I gotta get back on my line. But I'm just saying, they use confusion. Education, entertainment, economics, labor, law, politics, sex,
War.
War. It's one more.
Let me look at the book. Gosh,
Dang. Oh man.
I'm sorry, Neely.
Yeah, man. We let Neely down. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying all 9. I'm sure you're gonna give me the last one.
We said labor. Oh crap! Economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Religion.
Religion. That's
We
what I
miss
meant.
religion.
Religion.
Yeah.
Which is called the most. Even for the funny thing, that's the biggest one.
The biggest one is religion. Yeah, because that's
That's the biggest one.
yeah, we missed.
So they tell you this is manifest destiny.
This destined. Like we went, we saw, we conquered. You know, they be saying
No,
stuff like that.
God told us to conquer. If we weren't whooping on you, God wouldn't let us.
See, yeah,
That's what manifest destiny boils down to. If it wasn't divinely scripted this way, we wouldn't have our belt on your ass. Yeah.
I'm gonna put that in the chat. You definitely speaking facts with that. My bad, y'all. I'm about to copy this in the chat for y'all so y'all can see. We talk about the 9 areas of activity. I appreciate y'all for real. Okay, let me see if that. Oh damn. They say I can't put that much on here. Okay.
There go Andrea.
What she said?
Now she said Mr. Fuller was a genius.
Oh yeah.
The system of white supremacy makes everyone crazy. It tries to.
It's supposed to. You have to be insane to. It says something he said. I forgot.
And the only critique I have, it doesn't make you crazy. It confuses you. Now, when you accept confusion, or you can't combat confusion anymore, that's when you go insane. But what you have to do is stay. Like when you're dizzy, what's the first thing you do? You try to grab something, hold of something, right?
Yeah.
Until you get your bearings back. That's kind of, you gotta hold on to something. And that's what I would say to people. And it's something at the top of my it's something at the top of my I want to be, because like sometimes it can come across as defeatist, and that's the last thing I want to do.
Oh no. But why you go ahead? I'll let you go ahead.
Right. Another thing, I got this from Dr. Covey from 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Dr. Stephen Covey. The system white supremacy is the stimulus that circumstances, difficulty, conflict, fear. Where you have control, that is your choice. You're free to decide how you react to the stimulus. So you have to stay in that space of choice. You know what I'm saying? The circumstances are the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the people to believe and walk away from this thinking the system is the end all be all. And I think this, I need, when I speak more, I need to lead more with this. It's the stimulus is the system.
Yeah.
Now your choice, how you respond to the system, that's what Neely Fuller talks about, is being, you know, saying everything needs to be constructive. You know, the four, what do you want to do? Why you want to do it? What do you expect to,
The result.
how are you going to do it? And what's the expected outcome?
Yeah.
That's the 4 questions you had to ask yourself. And that goes to Covey. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole system I have to counter the system. And then, you know what I'm saying? Me and you had the conversation about it. And part of it is what Covey talks about, the 7 habits of highly effective people. Being proactive, think first, you know what I'm saying?
That book you
Begin
got
with
too.
the end in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that, in that space between the stimulus and your response, is you had to be super effective.
Oof.
So it's not, like I said, it's not the end, the system is not the end all be all, because we all have what God gave us, and that's free will. You know, but they'll confuse you to the point, and it's, thank you, Audrey, for making that comment, because this is what inspired this thought. They'll have you thinking you have no choice.
No.
They'll have you in a place of being defeated. They'll have you in a place of where you take the knee. They'll have you in a place, or you become complicit with the system. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that's where the boule comes in. There is like, there's a boule in every group of people.
Yeah.
Is they become complicit with the system.
That's deep right there. To be complicit with the system. And the movie that had woke me up, and shouts out to you, and definitely Neely Fuller Jr. for, is Shawshank Redemption. To counter that, to be productive with it, constructive with it, when you talk about the boule or being complicit, because he always, that right there, that if y'all didn't watch Shawshank Redemption, please, like, you know, whenever that movie is still like one of the top three, and it's like what 20 something years old or something, if that more.
Mm-hmm. And another one, it's funny that they're both prison movies.
Oh, my bad.
It's Hurricane.
They couldn't hear me. My bad. I paused the thing. I said Shawshank Redemption, y'all. The movie that we was talking about. Go ahead, Mo.
No, I said another movie, and it's another prison. What's funny that's another prison movie is Hurricane with
Hurricane.
Denzel Washington.
Prison movie Hurricane.
And he said, "I'll live in your cell, but I won't wear your prison clothes. I won't eat your prison food." You know what I'm saying? He never accepted the fact of being a prisoner. You know, because he didn't do the crime.
Oh, okay. Oof.
It's based on a true story too. So I mean, that's the same thing. It's like you just can't accept the confusion. Just remember, you always have the power of choice. In any situation, you have the power of choice. But understanding how the system works, they'll make you feel like you don't have a choice. They'll make you feel like you are defeated. And that's what we're saying about the three ways they do it: violence, buying you off, or persuasion.
Persuasion. Yep. When they force and all that. So, like you said, soft power and all that, and it turns to
Yeah.
hard power. I did not know about that movie right here. My bad. I got sidetracked. I'm adding that to my collage. That Hurricane 1999 by Denzel. I mean, Denzel starring in it, and it's based on a true story. I don't know why I was thinking about Malcolm X movie where Denzel was in prison, playing as Malcolm X.
Yeah.
I might definitely check that
Well,
one
that
out.
man's a good case in point too. You know what I'm saying? He realized that he had a choice in Malcolm X, not to. In that one, he was defeated. You know what I'm saying? I only could be a criminal. I can only be, you know what I'm saying, the lowest of the low, until, you know what I'm saying, he had knowledge himself, and he realized, you know what I'm saying, that there's a better choice. Now, was he still oppressed? Of course he was, until they took his life. But the fact is that he didn't have to stay and become and continue to be that lowly criminal, is the point.
Did I mess my thing up? Oh no, we're good. We're good. Well, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
Denzel was a ACOG. Chop said, yeah, Denzel was a boxer, and it's based on a true story too. That's what makes it good.
That it just I don't know when I saw that. Go ahead.
ATO, thanks for putting the telling everybody to hit the like button too. I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, we greatly appreciate that for real. We appreciate we had Sonny up in here, we had Maddie up in here, we had Andrea, we had Cog, we had Manuel, we had Nova, we have oh my goodness. I apologize, y'all. It was some other people too that was up. We was in a flow state right there, just going at it. But I wanted to say this: looking at Hurricane movie in 1999 remind me of John Q. Denzel when he had stick up that hospital to get his son the heart, I believe a heart transplant, and that was
Right.
what Denzel did. Is that considered justice? Like getting whoever needs help the most help?
I mean, he took justice. I mean, he was willing to take the consequences that came with it.
Oh yeah. He
But
did.
that's the thing. He in that space to choose. He chose. He said, "My freedom is worth more. My son's life is worth more than my freedom."
Yeah.
And he was very clear. He had lied to himself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. The stimulus was whatever bull crap they was giving about. They couldn't do it,
Yeah, on the
but
waiting list.
he made a choice to say, and you know what I'm saying, like my dad said, as long as your choices, as long as you live with your consequences.
Exactly.
That's what my dad always say.
And I want to piggyback off that. When I look up the word consequences, it don't necessarily mean positive or negative. It don't always mean negative. I mean, it's just like facing the music, whatever it is. A consequences could be positive outcome or negative outcome. That's subjective though, because I remember I've been looking into that. I was like, why do? But we always refer to the word consequences as you gonna face the consequences. Like in a negative way.
Yeah.
But I get what you're
Because that's
saying. Yeah.
I mean, because most time we only evaluate as the consequences if it's negative.
Is it negative? Yeah, you're right.
Like, we only look at it as we always use the word deserve in positive. Like, you know what I'm saying? I deserve this. You know what I'm saying? Compensation. It would be another word. You know what I'm saying? You need to compensate me.
Retribution.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that was good time. Right, we did 2 hours right here. We definitely got to get back with this right here. I gotta when I end this live, I gotta wait like an hour and a half for it to fully load up because I be using AI to create these timestamps right there. I
That's
also
cool.
yeah, so I also could do that to my other live I had did right there, but definitely we could just want to build off this right here. I'm gonna look at the little flukes I have here and there, but I definitely had a great chat with y'all. Those of y'all in the chat, this is what me and Mo be doing from time to time. Like it's just a blessing, like how we could do these like backyard conversations, on the side of your house in neighborhood conversations, but it just so happened as being on the megaphone right here, which is live. So appreciate y'all. You go ahead, Mo.
Oh, and as I always say, pay attention to everything, and the truth will reveal itself. Thank you, Grump, for having me on, and it won't be long before we do it again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all. I appreciate y'all. Peace. Peace. Okay.